And a game played in absolutely extraordinary conditions here at Cuthbury tonight. It was Wimborne Town that came out on top 1-0 against Shortwood United, courtesy of a 29th minute own goal. The game was played in an absolute gale which blew right down the length of the pitch, so inevitably it was, as the old cliche has it, a game of two halves. Wimborne skipper Scott won the toss and elected to play towards the hospital in the first half with the wind. But it didn't. It took quite a long time for the Magpies to understand how to harness that wind, and they probably didn't have enough shots in that half. The only goal came just before the half hour, when a corner on the left caused confusion in the defence. It was headed up and it headed back in, and it swirled back in and eventually ended up over the line, credited to an unnamed Shortwood defender. Wimborne had chances for the rest of the half, but probably not as many as they should have with the gale behind it. George Webb in particular hit a good shot that the keeper did well to turn around the left-hand post. Steve Cuss had changed his strike force for this game, and instead of Tom Jeffs and Jamie Davidson, he played Steve Smith and Matt Kemp. The only other change to Saturday's lineup was the two full-backs switched wings. Right-footed Ryan Case moved over to the right, while skipper Scott Arnold made way and moved over to the left. So 1-0 to Wimborne at half-time, and we just wonder what onslaught they were going to face in the second. Sure enough, within the first 2 minutes, Shortwood had a couple of shots on target from the distance. But the longer the half went on, the more Wimborne warmed to their task, and the more they seemed to understand how to play against the wind and the heavy conditions. Keep it on, keep it long, keep it up the wind, and George Webb in particular up the right side was doing sterling the ball and taking it forward. On 60 minutes, Steve Cuss brought on young Alec Moth for Steve Smith, and in the last half hour the young lad, 19-year-old Lee from Bournemouth, linked up really well with his strike partners, crafting 3 good chances, ever so well. Unfortunately the young lad's shooting boots weren't on, but on another day, who knows, he looks a bit tasty. Jamie Davidson came on for Matt Kemble for the last 20 minutes, and if anything, as the game wore on, it was almost Wimborne more likely to score. And score they did in the 91st minute when Jamie Davidson was set free, took the ball past the keeper, to the byline, cut it back, and there was George Webb to put it in the net. But the lino had seen what nobody else had seen. The ball was over the line according to him. Well, it wasn't, but I suppose we all make mistakes. Anyway, Wimborne held on. Tremendous defensive performance in the second half. Nathan Peck given man of the match. But to be honest, I wouldn't choose an individual. All 13 players deserve the man of the match award. Tremendous performance from Wimborne Town. And once again, the Cuthbury lights are in good time. Well, as I look out onto the pitch now, it's in a sorry state, but full marks to Brian Sibley, our groundsman, for getting it on today. Next up for Wimborne, home again on Saturday to Clevedon Town, if the weather and the pitch allows. We hope to see you there. Right, I've got Magpie boss Steve Cuss with me after tonight's extraordinary game. Steve, have you ever seen a stronger wind than that in a game of football?
Well, I've just said to the players that probably what pleases me most is that everything we did tonight doesn't come natural to us, you know, in terms of defending and having to be strong and all the things we talk about in winning games, which we've been working hard for. Really had to wait to get that result tonight. What had to be said was awful conditions.
It took a while in the first half playing with the wind for us to come to grips with it. But in the second half, I thought, you know, from about 15 minutes in onwards, we really played well in the conditions, playing it up the wings, keeping it low into the wind. You must be very pleased.
Yeah, it probably suited us. You know, I think sometimes when you've got the winds with you, you know, it's very difficult to control those forward passes, and then if you hit it too long, you've actually got no chance of catching it. So probably suited us where the ball held up a bit second half, and I thought, like you say, we probably could have scored, you know, 2 or 3 goals second half. Alex Moff come on and really created some good chances for us and nearly scored himself as well.
He linked up very well with the other forwards, didn't he? And
yeah.
Just left his shooting boots in the changing room. You changed over the fullbacks from Saturday. What was the thinking on that?
Just a little tactical switch there. We thought that Ryan could give us that little bit more width on on the right hand side, and Scott will then defend as he normally does so well on the left hand side. So it's just a little tactical switch tonight, which didn't really come to fore because it was a little bit difficult in terms of going forward. But I thought both full-backs did very well tonight in difficult conditions again.
A word for the defence in that second half. Tremendous focus, tremendous concentration, stuck to the task very, very well. Very, very few, if any, mistakes.
Yeah, I thought in defence, and I thought actually the whole team defended exceptionally well, and I've got to give special praise to Jason. I thought it was absolutely superb tonight. The goalkeeper to have to face that wind coming into him, and the driving rain, his handling was clean, and I've got to say his kicking was superb because it just relieved that bit of pressure for us. If it was dropping 10 yards deeper, we would have been under a lot more pressure, so Jason was superb tonight.
Well, I won't ask you if there's any knocks in there because I should imagine they're all absolutely shattered and who knows what they're feeling. But another home game on Saturday against Clevedon, winnable game. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we just said we'd probably set out the same again where we've got to concentrate on performances. Yeah. We may have just got, I said before, we may just start to look at the table a little bit and start to think a little bit further forward. So, we're back to basics, we're thinking about just performance, and that's what we want to do Saturday. And then hopefully that'll be good enough to get the result.
First league shutout since the 9th of October. Well done, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah.